Housed in the original Lexington Public Library, the Carnegie Center shares the rich history of Lexington. The building's cornerstone was laid in 1902 and opened to the public in 1905. The library was loved and enjoyed by many Lexingtonians throughout the 1980s. The patrons fondly remember climbing to the Children's Library section, which is now home to the Center's Family Learning Center. Neil Chethik is the executive director of the Carnegie Center.
I have been in this position for the last 2 years. Previously, I was a writer and produced a couple of books, and it was the Carnegie Center that helped me get to the point where I was able to publish those books. And so I became more and more attached to it and became a part of the teaching staff a few years ago. And then eventually, when the previous director, Jan Eisenhower, left, I stepped in.
He was the former writer-in-residence at the Carnegie Center for 6 years, where he mentored writers of all levels and teaches writing workshops. Neil's personal writing focuses on men's lives and family issues. He's the author of 2 acclaimed books: Voicemail, What Husbands Really Think About Their Marriages, Their Wives, Sex, Housework, and Commitment, and the book Father Loss, How Sons of All Ages Come to Terms with the Deaths of Their Dads. Father Loss was recently made into a half-hour PBS special.
The Carnegie Center is actually unique in the nation. There's no other place quite like it that's dedicated to a cycle of literacy, which means we start with kids who are 2 years old and we start reading to them, because that's when positive things can happen to a child's brain. We keep reading to them, we help them learn how to write, and we run an after-school tutoring program that's for low income mostly, that allows people who are having a little bit of trouble in school to have some extra help one-on-one. 180 children every week come to the Carnegie Center for that kind of help. So the cycle of literacy begins there, and then it continues into adulthood, where we teach people about reading, writing, and communicating in all different ways. So, for example, we have writing classes for people who haven't written maybe since high school or college, and they want to start writing again. We have classes for them. We also have classes for people who have been writing for several years and want to publish a book. That was the situation that I was in 1997, when I wanted to publish a book and came here for that kind of help. And then we also have literary events where we bring in great writers, many of whom are from Kentucky, to speak and to do workshops and to otherwise entertain the citizens of Lexington. We really like to celebrate reading and writing and literature. So, for example, this year, this fall, we're taking care of our good friend, the political cartoonist Joel Pett. We're doing a retrospective of his work. And for us, literary art, he's a perfect example of literary art, being that his art has both words and images in it. So we really like to pump that up. And then also we do a celebration each year of a great piece of literature, and we basically turn the Carnegie Center into a scene from that piece of literature. Last year we did To Kill a Mockingbird. We had all kinds of fascinating foods and artwork that was dedicated to Kill a Mockingbird. This year in November we have The Great Gatsby, and on a Saturday, November 9th, we'll turn the Carnegie Center into a big party house, and we'll have a good time celebrating The Great Gatsby. We have events in September that are just fantastic. It's going to be one of our more exciting months. We start with our 21st birthday party. We thought 21st was the one to celebrate, because that's the one that shows that we've grown up, that we've matured, that we've come of age. And that's the truth about the Carnegie Center these days. So on Friday the 13th, easy to remember, at 6 p.m. in Gratz Park, we are going to have a celebration which includes Coralie and the Townies, a band, local band, and then also the Holler Poets, which includes some of the best poets in town who will be performing their work in the park. We'll also have food and drink and lots of good company. So we invite people to come out for that. It's $21, help raise money toward the Carnegie Center's continued existence. And then on September 18th, which is the following Wednesday, we will have a retrospective of Joel Pett's work. And that is going to celebrate 30 years of his being a political cartoonist, and we'll have pieces of his, about 60 of them, in our gallery. And then he will be doing a panel discussion with 4 other cartoonists in the afternoon. And if people check out the Carnegie website, it's got the details about how much it costs and that sort of thing. Also, while we don't actually run it, we house and provide space for the Kentucky Women Writers Conference, and that is the weekend of September 19th, September 20th and 21st. And so I hope you'll consider that. They have a few openings left, and they have wonderful writers from around the country to come and teach it, teach writing and to talk about literature. It's one of the it is the longest running women's conference for writers. So that's what's happening in September. It's chock full month for us. The easiest place to get information is at our website, which is carnegiecenterlex.org, carnegiecenterlex.org, and you can go online for that. We also have a Facebook page, so just look us up and like our page, and then we'll be sending you everything that's coming through. And also, you can get in touch with us through our site and get on a weekly email blast, which will then allow you to see each week the kind of programming that we have done. We promise not to abuse that, but we do have a lot of really fun things that are happening, and that many of them are free. We have wonderful writers coming in and doing their readings, so we're totally invite people to come and check us out and see what they might enjoy. Carnegie Center, it's funny, is often considered, people might be 2 blocks from us and they'll have no idea where we are. We are located on Gratz Park on 2nd Street between Mill and Market. And basically we take up the whole block between Mill and Market. We are about a block south of Old Morrison, the opening gates to the till Transylvania University, and we're about 2 blocks directly north of the Fifth Third Pavilion. So if you're at the Fifth Third Pavilion and you just walk up Market Street or up Mill Street, 2 blocks down there you'll find the Carnegie Center. It's a big, beautiful building built in 1904 and was the library, the old Lexington Public Library, until 1989.
For more information about the Carnegie Center for Literacy and Learning, please visit them online at carnegiecenterlex.org or find them on Facebook.